Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Blue Chelsea TV. Chelsea finally ended their 5-game winless Premier League run on Monday night with an impressive 3-1 victory over Wolves. Tosin Adarabioyo gave the home side the lead as his unlikely goal-scoring form continued after his brace against Morecambe in the FA Cup. Wolves then turned the tables and looked the better side for the remainder of the first half, albeit their equalizer was gifted to them by Robert Sanchez. But Marc Cucurella and Noni Madueke put the Blues out of sight not long after the hour mark, and they cruised to victory from then on. Take a moment to like the video if you are enjoying the content. Subscribe to the channel if you are bumping here for the very first time. Here are the Chelsea player ratings with high scores for several players, including Trevoh Chalobah. Robert Sanchez, 3 out of 10. It's the same old story with Robert Sanchez. Every goalkeeper makes mistakes at times, but the Spaniard has far too many on his resume. He could have either caught or punched the cross that he instead dropped into Matt Doherty's path. Reece James, 7 out of 10. Reece James didn't look at all like he was short of match sharpness, even though it was just his 4th Premier League start of the 2024-25 campaign. The right-back has quickly reasserted himself as the club's first choice, ahead of Malo Gusto. Trevoh Chalobah, 8 out of 10. Trevoh Chalobah was immense in his first game for the club since returning from loan at Crystal Palace. Chalobah had been one fine form for the Eagles, but it would have been reasonable to expect him to start slowly back in a blue shirt. That was not the case. Tosin Adarabioyo, 8 out of 10. Tosin Adarabioyo was solid at the back and, depending on the extent of Levi Colwill's injury, could form a strong partnership with Chalobah. Chelsea also need more goals that have nothing to do with Cole Palmer, and he provided one today. Marc Cucurella, 7 out of 10. Marc Cucurella didn't have his best game in a Chelsea shirt, mainly because he has been so impressive at times this season. But the Spaniard did pop up with an important goal in the second half when the Blues desperately needed one. Moises Caicedo, 7 out of 10. With Enzo Fernandez and Romeo Lavia out of the side, Moises Caicedo's role in central midfield was even more important. Chelsea supporters would have been extremely nervous when he went down in pain in the first half, but thankfully, he was able to continue and put in yet another strong display. Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall, 6 out of 10. Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall can be excused for not looking too comfortable given how few Premier League minutes he has under his belt. The Englishman played 76 minutes after a 3-week absence and assisted Cucurella's goal, so he can't be too harshly criticized. Noni Madueke, 7 out of 10. Noni Madueke did not replicate his unbelievable hat-trick performance at Molineux Stadium earlier in the season, but he still got on the score sheet, heading in Chalobah's goal-bound effort. He also delivered the cross that ultimately led to Cucurella's crucial goal. Cole Palmer, 6 out of 10. It was one of Cole Palmer's quietest games of the campaign. It's really not often that the Blues score 3 goals, and he's neither scored nor assisted any of them. In all honesty, he probably should have been substituted earlier than he was. Pedro Neto, 5 out of 10. Pedro Neto clearly prefers to play on the right. Like most wingers these days, he prefers to cut inside onto his stronger foot than stay wide. The Portugal international didn't offer much against his old team and was the first player Enzo Maresca replaced. Nicholas Jackson, 6 out of 10. Nicholas Jackson's goal drought continued, but that wasn't because he missed any glaring opportunities. He did actually have the ball in the back of the Wolves' net. Not that it counted because he was clearly offside. His hold-up play was also not as helpful as it can be. That's all. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you later with another video. Until then, bye-bye.